The toughest job is
The
being a
toughest
stay-at-home mom.
job, when you think about the toughest job, I guess you're not going to think of this one. You're not going to think of the one I'm about to talk about. The toughest job is being a stay-at-home mom. I think that was the toughest job I ever had, um, because a lot of people think it's easy because you don't have to get up and go to work. You don't have to worry about a boss. You don't have to worry about so many things. You don't, there's a lot of women that opt to stay at home. They homeschool their kids. They they stay home to cook for their husbands. They don't work at all. They don't do. They rely 100% on the finances of their husbands. That's a good thing. I'm telling you, I've done it. I'm doing it still. But one thing about being a stay-at-home mom is you don't have the advantage of having the money that you want to use on stuff. You have to realize that now the income is not you're both not bringing income, you know. And also another tough thing is that people don't realize to be a stay-at-home mom you have to be a manager. You have to be a manager. You have to manage the money that your spouse is able to give you to spend on food. You have to manage the kids. You have to manage your time. You have to manage your time with your husband. You have to manage the time the kids are at home if they go to school. And if you're a bad manager, you will really fail at being a stay-at-home mom. I'm telling you, you will fail at being if you're not a good manager, you be ready to fail at being a stay-at-home mom. Because and a lot of people are not good managers. Men think they can manage, let them stay at home. You'd let a man stay at home and he has to cook, he has to clean, he has to go pick up the kids, he has to do everything. Let's see how good he does. He'll realize that he's not a good manager. A stay-at-home mom is able to balance, is able to be that manager. When you go to work every day, you have a manager remind you, hey, we got this going. A stay-at-home mom has to do that. They have to make a planner for themselves, either on their head or write it down, which I don't write down. I have it on my head. You have to realize, I have to wake up, I have to wash clothes, I have to cook, I have to pick so and so at this time. This one has a doctor's appointment. I have to do this. I have to whatever. At night I have to do this. I have to have sex. I had to say that, or you thought I wouldn't say it? Okay. And then a stay-at-home has to mom has to balance all that. Now remember, if you're waking up in the morning, even though it's a tough waking up in the morning, but at least you know that if you're running late or if you're forgetting something, somebody will remind you. Maybe the person behind you will tell you, hey, you haven't done this. Hey, do this so that I can do this. Or your manager will be like, hey, what's going on? But a stay-at-home mom, nobody reminds you. And if your husband comes and reminds you, you get so bad. Why are you controlling me? If it reminds you, like, what time is the food? But if you are at work, if your manager comes and reminds you, hey, you forgot to do this, you're like, okay, yes sir, yes sir. But let your husband, hey, come and remind you, now he's controlling me, he's doing this. It's a tough job being a stay-at-home mom. It's a tough job. You have to be a planner. And the planning is, to me, that is the hardest. Then you have to be your own alarm clock, meaning you have to set your alarm clocks. Okay, you have to be a disciplinarian, meaning you have to discipline the kids because you're at home. So you're the one who really needs to check the kids. This man is there, but he's there to help you. He goes to work. So you're also the homework. You have to do homework. When little Willie don't know want to do their homework, you have to deal with that. They're your child. If your child is, if you're teaching your child at home, you have to figure out how you're going to teach this child how to sit still. Remember, we take, man, teachers, let's give hands to the teachers. During pandemic, let me tell you, during pandemic, I was teaching my one of my grandbabies. Big-headed, did not want to learn, did not want to sit still. You tell him to do his homework, he'd sit there and look at it. It's like he knows how to do it, but then he was more interested in playing the game. I struggled. I said, never again. I am not homeschooling. I am not homeschooling. Especially now, I'm not homeschooling Serenity. Oh no, she know more than I do, and I'm not going to start learn how to teach. And by the way, my first degree, I have a degree. I have two. I have a degree in teaching, and I have a general studies degree with emphasis on gender studies and women studies. So I do. So, but the one for teaching, I threw that out the window as soon as I came to America. I even don't tell people that I went to school to be a teacher for 4 good years in Kenyatta University, because I don't like to teach. I don't like to teach. You know, I don't even know how I went there. It's just because, you know, in Kenya at that time, you didn't choose what you wanted to do. There was no option, so I chose that. But anyway, a homemaker, respect those house girls. Respect those house girls that work for you. Respect those maids or homemakers. No. Let's not call them a homemaker. They don't make you home. Don't let them make you home. What do they call them? At home, they call them house. They're not house help. House managers. Respect the house managers. And now I know why they're called house managers and not maids anymore. I really know why they are now called house managers and not maids, because they manage the home. Man, these women, and some of them are younger than you by 20 years. They're younger than you. They will manage your house. They will know what time your husband needs his food, what time he wakes up. They will know what time. Hey, you Kenyans have it good, or these Africans, we have it good. But here in America, you know, you want to. My husband, first of all, you know, my nephew used to wake up early, and he wants to, you know, he makes his coffee, and I'll tell my husband, let him make his, he wants me to make his coffee, because he doesn't feel it right for somebody else to do his thing when I'm there, so, which is okay. But let me tell you, respect those girls. Respect those girls that have to wake up, help your kids with homework, have to cook for you, have to manage, choose, see what food they're cooking. Sometimes have to roll those chapatis, or they have to cook I don't know what. They have to do all these things, get the kids from school. You know, managing a home is very difficult. So respect your wife. If you're watching this and you're a guy, if your wife is a house, I remember I was tired the most when I used to work from home, because the balancing, I couldn't balance my time. First of all, I would stay late because I've been at home the whole day, so I'd stay late, then I'll wake up, I'm too tired, then I'm trying to drag myself. I say, let me wait and cook at this time. Then the time has flown, the kids are about to, when they come back, there's too much hecticness, then there's this, then at night, baby want, you know what, and then let me tell you, let us respect our husbands. No, our let us respect those women that stay at home and take care of kids. When you see a woman is, even if she's not the one working, just the balancing. Me, first of all, I'm not very good in planning. Oh no. I'm telling you, I will plan, I will tell you, I will plan. I'll know there's a doctor's appointment, and I'll not write it down and not set an alarm, believe that I'll remember it, and tomorrow I'll forget. My husband, who works, is the one who will call me and tell me, did you remember to do this? Don't forget to do this. Ooh! Anyways, follow me at Adipa, Speak Up on YouTube, and also here. follow me, please. Thank you.